Hello, hello. Welcome. I'm going to just play with some crazy stuff today. I'm not going to do a very long session because I have some other stuff I have to get to today, but I didn't get to do my live yesterday and I wanted to just get on here and play with some stuff. So I have in the store these, I just wanted to play with these. They're called icing paste and I've never played with them before. And I was curious what they were and how they look. And I thought, hey, I'm just going to get a couple of them. I have vintage gold and ruby, fire ruby. And they're texture paste of some sort. I don't even really know. So I'm going to just play with some things here. I've got some fabric. I've got some book pages, some packing paper. I've got my Dina Wakley journal. It's the black journal that has burlap and canvas, and I thought this texture paste might be really cool to go through the burlap. I always struggle with how to use the burlap in the page, so I thought maybe I'd try to see what happens if you smush it through and if you can get some cool texture there. And I also have some shipping labels. So for my store, I ship and I print labels all the time, and sometimes the label maker gets screwed up and I end up having extra labels that are blank. So these are also quite cheap. So if you actually ever want any extra labels, just put a note when you order from me and say, hey, send me some extra labels, and not that they're cheap, but just that I'll send you 1 or 2 blank ones if you want. Because if you print on them, they're just like paper, right? Then you automatically have a giant sticker that you can just use in your paper, so in your paint, in your work. So I thought that would be fun, and if you ever want one of those, let me know. I've got some bubble wrap here. I'm going to try using it on my gel plate. We're just going to play for just a few minutes and see if we can create some interesting texture. I also have this new, I don't know if it's even new, but a Dina Wakley stencil that I just added to the store that's a large chevron, and so we might add that too and see what kind of texture we can get. So I just thought it would be kind of fun to play. So let's get started with playing here. All right, I'm going to take the gold. Honestly, I don't know. Like I said, I took it out. I kind of stirred it up. I think this is really what it looks like when it's dry, because this is in the top of the foil that I peeled back, and this is what it looks like when it's wet. It kind of has a really interesting purpley look to it. So I don't know, it's not very thick. You can go to my website, piececraftlove.com. There's a link in my profile, and just look for the Prima Marketing Icing Paste, and that's where you can find it. And I have lots of different colors. I have several colors. I've never played with it before, but like I said, it's not like what I would expect a texture paste to be like. It's a lot smoother. Texture paste to me is usually a lot more gritty. It has a really pretty shine to it. The gold, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Look how pretty that is. Can y'all see the shine on that? Ooh, so pretty. So usually I like to do this kind of thing on a page that's already done. You know, texture paste would be like the last thing. So here's my mop-up journal. This is my journal that I use a lot of times to just throw my paint on. So let me see if I can find a page I can just add some more of this gorgeous stuff to. I'm just playing here. Oh, this could be pretty because this one already has some gold on it. And this is a Tim Holtz, one of the small layering. Oh, it's just lovely. This is just really good. I've never used Prima texture paste before, icing paste, so it has a very, very nice smooth texture to it, which I like a lot. All right, so there we go. We've added some gold to that. Now, of course, I have to put that to the side and let it dry. Here, let's do... You guys hear me, cat? Ooh, this is cool. I kind of squished it with the gold. Of course, now I'm probably going to get the gold mixed in with the red, but this red, I'm not even usually a red person, but ooh, fire ruby. This is just, Very yummy. I think we have to put that there. I think you could even just kind of squish it and get some really pretty. Even on top of the burlap, you can, it kind of makes a neat, that's a lucky accident here. We've got a little bit of burlap texture coming through because it's from the back. Okay, I always do this. I run out of room, and I have very limited room for anything around here for the space that I work in. It's kind of interesting because the this is very smushy, but the label is a little bit more slippery. So it's got some body to it. I guess it's kind of like a heavy body, almost like a heavy body paint, but it's not even like that because it's not so thick that it would be, that it's hard to work with. It's very nice. I guess it is kind of just like an icing. Like that's about the consistency that you've got here is an icing. I wondered if we mixed the red and the yellow, if we would get like a pretty, like it's gold, but like would we get a pretty fall color? I'm feeling very fall today, if you didn't see my post earlier. Okay, I'm just squishing. Oh, we are getting kind of an orangey color here. It's kind of nice. That's going on that label, which is now going to be its own little sticker. And as usual, I'm running out of place to put anything. Usually this is my table I put stuff to dry on this table, but I decided to allocate this table to be my next art table because I thought it'd be easier to film on this table. Okay, now I'm just trying. Now let's see what happens if I smush. Like I said, I struggle with the burlap because I don't know. I'm just going crazy here, but could very well make it stick down and I'll just never be able to get it back up. I don't know. I could try to put it on through an actual stencil. That's kind of yummy. And then here is the texture of that paste. Can you see that? Of that texture paste through the stencil, I mean through the burlap. So it's like a bonus, right? And it also smushed a little bit on this page. The hard part now is how do I keep it from sticking to anything? Okay, I have an idea. I have these clips. Just so happens I do have these in the store. They come in a pack. And yes, they are Dina Wakley. Just coincidentally, I think I have some other ones that are not Dina, but if you put them up like this, then you can lay that down so that you can have paint on both sides and it won't, it will keep it from laying on top. But I think I'm not done yet. I need to do some gold. Now I want to go back and get all the colors. And I have no clue whether or not this will be ever available again. I just have it in my store now, and because it was from the previous owner, and so it's there, and I don't know if I'll be able to get it again because I don't know if Prima still makes it. So if you want it, you might want to go get it because it might be gone once it's gone. I have a lot, but I'm gonna have several. Like the gold went through. That's good. I have several different ones, but you know, when it's gone, it's gone. So FOMO. There we go. Yay, I like that. Okay, so the color is a little different. This is what it's looking like a little bit more as it dries. It's getting more red. It is called Fire Ruby. Right here it looks to me a little more maroon. Let's see. Okay, I was gonna try. Let me put these away over to the side. I have a few minutes left. Okay, you know what we could do? We can just do it straight on here. Let's do that. We could do it on the palette, on the on my gel plate, but you could also just do it straight on here. Why not? Can you see here? Go. And I pulled some of the paint that was already on there up, but that's interesting. I'm okay with that. I like those colors. And since it's texture paste, that texture of the extra paint there will, when it dries, it will dry dimensionally, I believe, right there. I mean, paint would do that anyway, right? That was an accident, but we could add some more turquoise. All right. Fun. Oh, how about we do this? I have some peacock here. Let's do peacock, because it's turquoise. Oh, hopefully it'll work. You know, sometimes the paint just gets a little dry and you just have to get a needle or a pin. This is a pin. Stick that in there and unstick that paint. See if that works. Yeah, there we go. All right, I'm just going to put it right here onto the thing. I could just do it directly onto the page too. It's a little more turquoise. This one's more peacock because it's Dina. This is making me sad. Okay, we'll figure out how to get this unstuck. There we go. Okay. This just keeps getting clogged. I'm just kind of playing now, but okay. So I think this is fun, and maybe we'll see if we can get some of this blue onto here. It's just a fun mess. This is a good first layer, you know? It looks like that is mostly, maybe it's still drying a little bit. It's hard to tell when you have gloves on. It's hard to tell whether or not it's dry or not. But fun mess here. Okay, so I don't know. This is a piece of muslin, right? I've printed on this with some paint earlier or before. This is from another project. And I'm just going to see what happens when I use some of this texture paste on there. I don't think anything's going to really happen, right? Anything bad? Definitely not. Let's try to do it this way. All right, so here's some texture onto some fabric, which I will plan to use later in a project for collage, because my new thing is that I love using fabric in collage. So yeah, that's a good way to add some texture. It could be really neat. It could be a really neat book cover, or another background page, or something like that. I love this texture, this icing paste. It's very cool. I'm very happy I tried it out today. I think I'm going to play with this a lot. You can see using it on a lot of different things. So if I get more stencils out, I'd have more fun with it. Here's a little bit of red. We go. All right, I didn't do the big chevron. Should we try the big chevron really quick before we sign off? I think I will. Okay, so this is called like large chevron. It's Dina Wakley stencil. This is a very large stencil, so I wasn't really sure how it would work with texture paste. But you know, I would probably use this with more with a sponge probably, but it's a good way to see how it looks in a larger. That looks really cool. I really love the different variations in this paste. It's really like, it's called antique gold or vintage gold, and that's really like what it is. Like it just looks like something from, you know, ancient Rome or something. Like it's so cool. So there we have some fabric that has been icing pasted. So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining me for this really quick little fix of art and crafty play. And I hope that you enjoyed watching me make some messes with the icing paste from Prima. And if you have any questions about anything that you see on this video, just send me a message. I'm happy to chat with you. Or if you have any questions about the store, you can find everything in my store. I hope to see you again next week on Tuesday, not Wednesday, but on Tuesday. And I'll see you around. Thank you so much for your time today. Have a good day. Bye.